Welcome to Legends in the Making, where we're redefining business success by aligning purpose, people, and profits. I'm your host, Erin Sarles Bowers, entrepreneur, shamanic mentor, and founder of Ignite, Elevate, Ascend Consulting. In each episode, I'll be sharing snackable insights that will inspire you to lead with clarity, power, and heart. We'll be diving into actionable strategies with real life stories and metaphysical teachings to help you unlock the infinite potential of your business, your people, and yourself. Are you ready to turn your business into a legend in the making? Let's dive in. So, welcome to today's episode called Aligning Business Strategy with Inner Purpose, where we talk about how do you use both old traditional models of business that are very financially driven to spiritual driven or purpose driven strategies that can help excel and unlock your brand. And how I would like to connect in today is that we are here to follow some universal laws and universal principles that are governing us all at all times. And they're at work even when we don't know what's happening or we think that we're in control. And it's been interesting as I've gone on my spiritual journey and spiritual awakening after spending 20 plus years in corporate America to understand, as I stepped into shamanism and understanding that everything is interconnected and that really energetics are at play even in business. And when we think about being purpose driven, one of the things that my purpose is being called forth is to help businesses and organizations align with the energetics of who they're supposed to be, the creation of what they're supposed to deliver, because we are here to be in service of humanity. We are here to serve the greater good, the greater whole, which oftentimes in business gets lost when we start to think about profits. We're no longer thinking about why did we start this business? What was the original intent of this business? What does God, source, the universe, divine, however you want to connect in with that? What was the purpose of what they wanted me to offer to the world? And we've gotten very trapped in the monetary gains. And when I think about the transition that we've been through the last 5 years, there was a definite purpose of why did we have a pandemic? Why did we shut down businesses? And sadly, I don't think we really learned the lesson that we were supposed to be taught. And the real lesson that I think that was intended for all businesses was to come back into energetic alignment of why you're serving the consumer. Why are you serving the public? What was the ultimate mission of why you started? And are you keeping true to that mission and true to that expression of what you wanted to give into the world? And I think when things shut down and money was being spent, money wasn't coming in, you had all of the things that go along with, just running a profitable business, but nobody kind of took a time out to go, okay, why did we start this? And how does this look now? Everybody was just scrambling to cover their bottom line or reduce headcount or, whatever the case might have been to ensure that profitability was still there. And not that profitability isn't important, but profitability is a direct reflection of the service level that you're providing to the greater whole of humanity. And it's about your alignment with the universal law of one of do no harm, love our neighbor as we love ourselves. That's the one law we're here to abide by. So are we in service of each other? Are we in a giving and then a receiving relationship? Am I truly knowing that I'm interconnected with the entirety of the universe, offering the very best, knowing that when I offer the very best and am offering it to help up level the human collective, I'm going to receive abundance back because that's how the universe works. So if we're in a mode of trying to take from somebody, well, if I sell this and I can price it at this, this is what I can get back, and here's how much money I'm going to make, we've lost the entire concept of why we came into this planet to begin with. And business is one of the many modalities that we are here to learn through as a spiritual being. Many, many, many other modalities, but business is one of them. We are a spiritual being having a human experience, and we're a human being having a spiritual experience. We actually don't get to tease the two apart. And so, as I have wandered this path of my own time in corporate America and then coming into kind of my own spiritual awakening, and also knowing, like, why did God bring me to this planet, was to help organizations realign to the heart of what they were supposed to do. What's the energetic blueprint of your creation? And are you aligned with that? Or every employee you have come in, are they aligned with it? Are you treating your employees as the way you would want to be treated as the founder, CEO, whatever level that you're at? You know, how often do you walk in the shoes of your employees? Are you treating them the way you want to be treated? Are you creating an environment where they're so on fire and so aligned with that purpose and so engaged with what you are giving to the world that they're translating that to the customer? That's the level of, I don't even know the words for it. That's the level of passion that you need to be creating within your people, because when people are that on fire for purpose and mission and doing good in the world, you will get legendary results because of that. And there have been legendary brands that have been built, but legendary brands also have karmic lessons to learn through their cycles here, and that they have to come back into alignment because they'll start to get off course of why they were originally created and start to behave in ways that are no longer in alignment. And so then you'll see like declining profits and, you know, other things happening, maybe locations closing, you name it. But that's the universe's way to go, are you staying true to who you came here to be as an organization, as a business, in service of the world? You want the consumer to pay you money. What are you giving them is of such value that the money exchange doesn't matter. And businesses that thrive all the time, that's why they're so successful, because they're so in alignment with what their mission is and how they do that in creating those legendary experiences for their employees and for their consumers who the end product was really designed for. And so when I think about how do we continuously grow and learn, we have to think about taking a step back. You know, a lot of organizations just try to find other tactics to use in order to grow their bottom line. But right there, you're out of relationship with the consumer because you're just trying to take from them. How do I make more money versus how do I give higher value in order to receive the money that the consumer is willing to give me? And how do I, maybe in different models, retain consumers, you know, if you're maybe more in a membership model, because they are having such an incredible experience. Leaving is never about the money. It's never truly about the money. People will say it's about the money, but it's because they haven't been gifted an experience so incredible that quitting or leaving or moving on isn't even an option because they're so connected into who you are. And I've watched one specific brand really suffer out of the pandemic. And, you could make a lot of external arguments as to why that is. But I also am an end user of this business. And they are starting to make choices based out of the energy of lack and out of attachment to their outcome. And when you start to make decisions from an energetic place of lack or things aren't working or, oh my God, fear, what if we don't do this, what's going to happen, versus coming from an energetic blueprint space of expansiveness, of creativeness, of wholeness, of abundance, to go, how do we take this moment and look at ourselves and go, how are we serving our consumer? And are we serving our consumer at the highest level possible? And I've watched this one specific brand start to make very detrimental mistakes, and they're starting to see locations shut down. They're starting to have 60% of their locations that are not making money. They have a reduction in their profits, probably in half of where they were at. It's really kind of scary. And then what they're doing to combat that is, we're going to not staff our locations. We're going to put all the pressure on one person to do all of this. And the person that's supposed to be doing all of that is also supposed to be doing something else in order to service the member. And it's like, when you start cutting the quality of the service that you're providing because you're worried about the bottom line, how do you expect to grow your business when you don't have the resources, which the only resource you have is human capital that needs to be inspired and motivated and purpose driven with what you are here to accomplish? How are you supposed to do that when you're like asking people to do 2 or 3 people's jobs? Just a multitude of things. But you will never create more by cutting or spending less. It's just mathematically impossible. And it's not about carte blanche just going out and spending money, but you have to be very strategic in what you're doing and making sure that your team is supported. If you had people delivering your results, would you be willing to pay for that staff to be there? And how do you expect the staff to deliver results when they don't have any type of structure and resources in order to make that occur? It doesn't happen. And then you, as an owner operator, maybe you at a certain level within a corporation, are getting upset and you're like, I don't understand why we're not profitable. Why aren't we making money? It's like, because all we've done is cut. We've disengaged our entire staff and entire teams. And then we're wondering, why do we have more people leaving than coming? Or why are less people buying? Or whatever the case might be. Ultimately, people are buying an experience. And if the experience is subpar, they're not going to be coming back. And if you think about where most places have shifted, it's the service level has gone down, but that's because businesses have been so focused on what is their bottom line and what's their profit that they forgot that the most important people that they were serving were their team members and the consumer, to create a memorable experience so people continue to spend money or give an energetic exchange back to the business, because it's incredible. People make decisions around the way that they feel. They don't make decisions around logic most oftentimes. That's not the case. So if you've done an amazing job of connecting in with somebody, they're going to continuously come back. But if I am working someplace and I'm a one-woman show and I'm supposed to be delivering this legendary experience that was once outlined, but I don't have any of the resources to do it, pretty soon you're watering down your experience, and then you wonder why you have less and less and less consumers, less and less profits, et cetera, because you've decided to cut all these corners in order to save a little bit of money, but not thinking about how can I invest to expand into the profits and the results that I truly want to get, but I'm getting them because I'm serving my team and I'm serving the consumer with the purpose and vision and values that were at the heart of the creation of the organization, and that we lost our compass. We lost our connection to the why along the way. And so if you or your team wants to have a realignment, I offer 2 and 4-day transformative events to bring you and your teams back online, to reorder the energetics, which is very metaphysical, but I think where business is headed, so that you can have the legendary results that you want to achieve, all while serving the betterment of humanity. So if you'd like to connect, please reach out. All my contact information is in the details. And I want to thank you for tuning in to Legends in the Making. If today's episode inspired you, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review. And don't forget to share this podcast with other leaders, visionaries, and change makers who are ready to elevate their business, align their purpose, and ignite their own legendary journey. If you're ready to take the next steps, head to our website, Ignite, Elevate, Ascend Consulting, or follow us on social media at Erin Sarles or Ignite, Elevate, Ascend Consulting as well, for tools, resources, and upcoming events. So until next time, remember, legends aren't born, they're built. Keep leading with purpose, align with your vision, and always ignite the legend within you.